So hey guys, what's up? Today I'm gonna give you an analysis on Magneto versus Dr. Polaris Neil Emerson. So let's begin. Firstly, let us discuss on Magneto. Magneto, also known as Max Eisenhardt from Earth 616. Magneto, who was previously thought of being an alpha mutant, but he is currently considered to be an omega level mutant, and he has been stated on several occasions to have been one of the most powerful mutants to be ever described, and also Earth's most powerful supervillain, even the single most powerful being on the face of the Earth. The character first appeared in the X-Men issue 1 in 1963 as an adversary of the X-Men, created by the legends Stan Lee and Sir Jack Kirby. Now let us discuss Magneto's powers and abilities in full detail. Number 1. Magnetokinesis. Magneto has comprehensive control over all forms of magnetism and utilizes that control to manipulate any metal and achieve a variety of effects. He recently proved able to effectively hold together the headless form of a celestial. Magneto can manipulate an entire planet's electromagnetic field and once even pull back the giant metallic bullet where Kitty Pryde was trapped inside, which was at least a few light years away from Earth. Though these are tasks that require great effort on his part, Magneto's power is comparable with Phoenix's. He has harnessed magnetism to stop armies, raise islands from ocean floors, move mountains, change the course of rivers, and threaten to devastate the world with floods and earthquakes. Magneto once blanketed the entire globe with a self-generated electromagnetic pulse that caused widespread devastation. Moreover, he can use his magnetic powers in more than one way simultaneously. He can completely assemble a complicated machine within seconds through his powers. It is unclear whether Magneto's power is psionic or purely physiological in nature. Next is magnetic force fields. Magneto usually protects himself with a personal force field that he can quickly expand to protect large areas. His force field has withstood the effects of multiple nuclear weapons, volcanic eruptions, the depths of space, and attacks from multiple Avengers or X-Men. It has protected him against plasma attacks which were hotter than the sun. It also remained intact after being attacked by Ghost Rider and Hercules. Magneto can also use his force fields to hit or trap an enemy and also leviate objects and beings in the air. Next, his magnetic armor. In addition to the obvious external force fields, Magneto can reinforce the metallic fibers of his uniform with magnetic fields, making his clothing like armor with a durability approaching adamantium. With this ability, he can resist punches from opponents such as Namor or Colossus and remain conscious. Magnetic rays. Magneto has the ability to shoot powerful rays and electromagnetic pulses and has shown this ability to destroy both metallic and non-metallic objects. Magneto can also use this ability to seriously injure his enemies as he did with Storm. Next is Magneto flight. Magneto is capable of sustaining flight for very long distances and at varying speeds. Apocalypse, through attempting to replicate Magneto's power in Mystique, mentions Magneto interfaces with magnetic field lines in his immediate surroundings rather than along it. This was later confirmed by Beast and later Sinister, who formed a temporary alliance to snap Mystique out of Apocalypse's influence. However, in order to travel in space, Magneto requires and is limited by the interior capacity of his force field to breathe. Next is geomagnetic link. Magneto's X gene plays an important role in mediating tactile perception to Earth's electromagnetic field. This trait remains even when rendered temporarily powered by Lilandra, as it is affected so easy. He knows instinctively all that happens to it. Next is gravity reduction. Magneto's control over the magnetic and electromagnetic force is so refined that he can shut off gravity within a limited radius of himself by reversing the polarity of the Earth's own magnetic field. Next power is metal and matter manipulation. Magneto can perceive and manipulate matter at the subatomic level. Magneto also demonstrated the ability to indirectly manipulate non-metallic objects via metal ores they may contain. Magneto is also capable of creating powerful electromagnetic fields capable of moving and manipulating non-metallic objects as well as levitating them. He can also do this via force fields. He can even perceive tachyons and a variety of antiparticles. Next is metal morphing. Magneto displayed the power to physically bond metallic substances to other elements at an atomic level. This newly developed technique allows Magneto to blend alloys to earthen, watery, gaseous, and even organic substances. Using such a technique was how he could commanded the technology organic physiology of Omega Sentinel with such relative ease. Next is organic iron manipulation. Magneto can control the traces of iron within organic matter and can manipulate the iron enriched blood flow to one's brain to potentially induce very limited effects. There are only 2.5 grams of iron in the bloodstream of a healthy human body and perhaps a gram at most in the rest of the body. As a reference, a penny weighs 2.5 grams. Magneto has used his magnetic abilities to extract the adamantium bonded to Wolverine's skeletal structure. Next is electromagnetic side. By concentrating, Magneto can perceive the world around himself as patterns of magnetic and electrical energy. He can perceive the natural electromagnetic auras given off by living beings. Electromagnetic spectrum manipulation. Although Magneto's primary power is magnetism, he can also project or manipulate any form of energy within the electromagnetic spectrum. Though this is extremely tiring for him, so he primarily sticks to magnetism. He can potentially shoot and absorb forms of electromagnetic radiation or energy, create intense heat as infrared radiation, and becoming invisible by deflecting visible light around his body. The electromagnetic spectrum includes visible light, radio waves, ultraviolet rays, gamma rays, and X-rays. Magneto can project any of these to some extent, though doing so would dramatically tire him. Next is electrokinesis. Magneto is capable of generating and projecting powerful bolts of electricity due to his manipulation over the electromagnetic spectrum. He is capable of absorbing bolts of lightning and projecting an electric aura around himself. Next is wormhole creation. Through an as of yet unknown application of his powers, Eric can open wormholes between 2 points in space and time in order to traverse the most impassable of distances almost instantly. Next is photokinesis. Eric can manipulate, generate, and redirect various fields of light as easily as he can bend metal to his will, becoming invisible by blending it around himself, turning Dazzler's own luminary-based powers against him, creating holographic projections cast from over a world away and change laser trajectory. Astral projection. Possibly formerly, Magneto has occasionally been said to be able to manifest an astral projection of himself. However, like all formerly attributed psychic powers, this has been retconned out of existence at least once and hasn't been used by Magneto since the Silver Age. Next is telepathic resistance. Magneto has trained himself extensively for fighting telepaths and is resistant to telepathic attack. This training is similar to that given to the X-Men and New Mutants by Professor X. Although the effects are further augmented, his strong will and his own electromagnetic powers are really strong. The telepathic resistance is one of his really cool and awesome power. Now, after discussing his powers, now let us discuss briefly on his abilities. First, genius intelligence. Magneto is a mastermind and is genius in various scientific fields. He is an expert in genetic engineering and mutation. He has created artificial living beings, mutated humans in order to give them superhuman powers, instilled genetic mind control, created adult clones of human beings, and manipulated the genetic structures of those clones during their development. His discoveries in particle physics would revolutionize the field and place him among the giants of scientific history, if they were to be revealed. He has designed magnetically powered aircraft and spacecraft, space stations, and underground complex said to be a masterpiece of automated technology that would do Tony Stark or Reed Richards proud. Complex robots and computers, magnetically powered generators and machines capable of nullifying mutant powers within a radius of several miles. Also, he is multilingual. Magneto is fluent in English, French, Polish, Russian, Hebrew, Arabic, Ukrainian, German, and Yiddish. And next, his most awesome ability is indomitable will. Magneto will strive to complete his tasks no matter what it takes. Now let us discuss Magneto's more awesome feats. Number 1. He took out an entire Avengers team. During Magneto Dark's reduction, Magneto was operating at reduced power levels and working alongside his daughter Polaris. Even with reduced power, he still managed to destroy the entire city of Carrion Cove, which held a device that was able to restore him to full strength. Once he was returned to his usual power levels, he would face off against the Avengers and neutralize them almost immediately. He stopped the Avengers dead in their tracks by shutting down Iron Man's armor and reversing the iron in the rest of the team's blood, winning the battle with ease. Next, number 2, he almost started World War III. During that same confrontation with the Avengers, Magneto used some of his classic methods to hold the Avengers and the world hostage. Magneto used his abilities to take control of over 30 satellites, which he moved over the top of heavily populated cities. Magneto threatened to bring the satellites down on the respective cities, which would not only cause unspeakable damage but could potentially launch a third world war. Thankfully, Magneto's demands were met and the satellites were returned to their normal orbits. Next, number 3, he created a global EMP. Following years of threats from the mutant, the United Nations voted to pass what was called the Magneto Protocols. This initiative created an EM mesh around the planet between Magneto and his orbiting headquarters, restricting him from returning to the Earth. As retaliation for his attempt to block him from his native home, Magneto unleashed a worldwide electromagnetic pulse which shut down all technology across the entire Earth. While the damage was fixed, Magneto's message that he could still reach out and touch the Earth with his abilities was heard loud and clear. Next, number 4, EM shields withstood a nuclear blast. Magneto's control of the electromagnetic forces of Earth can be used in a number of ways offensively, but has just as much defensive utility too. Magneto is almost always surrounded by a protective electromagnetic shield that can repel almost any form of force or energy directed at it. He can focus on building a stronger shield when needed to. He has on more than one occasion used his EM shields to survive the blast from a nuclear warhead, and even used his shields to protect a team of X-Men and Avengers from the same type of atomic detonation. Now let's discuss Magneto's weakness. His primary weakness is the physical condition. Magneto's ability to wield his superhuman powers effectively is dependent upon his physical condition. When severely injured, his body is unable to withstand the strain of manipulating magnetic energy. When his powers are not at their peak, he also appears to have greater difficulty utilizing his magnetism for great feats. He is also susceptible to physical and mental fatigue that can ultimately affect his ability to adequately use his powers, especially if he overuses or extends them in a short amount of time. Magneto lost his control over his power after Dark Beast infected him with nanotech sentinels, which was previously thought to be the cause of his exposure to the Phoenix Force. He wasn't able to focus his powers well enough for fine control without suffering from painful backlash, simply restructuring guns into harpoons, causing him physical and mental trauma. Now let us discuss on Dr. Polaris. So here I am basically going to include Neil Emerson, Dr. Polaris. Basically in DC Comics there are two Dr. Polaris. One is John Nichol, which is his successor, and the second one which I am going to discuss now is Neil Emerson. So let's begin. Dr. Polaris, basically it was John Nichol. His first appearance was on Green Lantern Volume 2, issue number 21 in 1963. And Neil Emerson's name was revealed in JLA Hall of Justice in Blackest Night, issue number 3. So these are some of the introductions of the characters in the comics. So now let us discuss on the powers and abilities. The powers and abilities are similar of both John Nickel and Neil Emerson. So now let's discuss one by one. Number one, magnetic manipulation. Dr. Polaris can shape and manipulate electromagnetic fields that exist naturally or artificially, allowing him to lift and move heavy objects, control ferrous particles in the atmosphere, and even alter the Earth's magnetic field. He has been described as the world's greatest master of magnetism. Next is electromagnetism. Dr. Polaris has the ability to project or manipulate many forms of energy that are related to magnetism. He can fire bolts of electricity and create enough intense heat to destroy a metal door. Next is magnetic force fields. Dr. Polaris can erect electromagnetic force fields with a high degree of impenetrability, protecting himself or others from almost any psionic energy or physical attack. Next is flight. By creating an anti-gravity field around himself, Dr. Polaris possesses the ability to levitate and inevitably fly at subsonic speeds reaching 500 mph. And his abilities are he mastered in physics and medical science. His weakness is his vulnerability to heat. Heat can reduce his powers of magnetism and can shut off his powers. Now let us discuss on his most impressive feat of Neil Emerson. In Blackest Night, Emerson was among the many dead villains who was revived by a Black Lantern ring, and he was reported to have ripped out the heart of John Nickel, his successor to the title of Dr. Polaris. So this is the most awesome feat of Dr. Polaris ever, which makes him really dangerous. Now let us discuss his teams, especially the billionaires teams which he has joined in the various comics. Dr. Polaris, he was a member of Lex Luthor's secret society of supervillains during the Infinite Crisis. He joined a large gathering of society members who ambushed the Secret Six in a dockyard outside Gotham City. He was then part of a group that ambushed the freedom fighters in an abandoned plant near Metropolis. The battle became a bloodbath as the society killed Black Condor and Phantom Lady. Polaris slung that human bomb. The explosive hero ripped open his costume and unleashed the full force of his power at point blank range right at Polaris. The force of the explosion blew Polaris to bits. Following the battle, when the site was investigated, pieces of Polaris were all over the place. So basically, these are some of his most awesome feats, which has still now been shown in the comics. And he is really a cool character, but the feats which Magneto has shown are really too OP and really way above than Dr. Polaris. Although the magnetism powers are similar, but the magnetism powers which Magneto possesses are really of another level, which Dr. Polaris, especially Neil Emerson, has not shown till now. So according to these logics and all the brief discussions which I have made in the video, Magneto is the clear winner. 9 out of 10 times Magneto will win versus Dr. Polaris, because Magneto's feats are way above than him. Only one possibility which Dr. Polaris has in his Black Lantern form. In his Black Lantern form, if he uses his full potential, he can attack Magneto, and he can physically attack Magneto if he uses his full potential. But if Magneto uses his full potential, then it may not be too easy for Dr. Polaris. But still, That's one possibility which Dr. Polaris, Neil Emerson, has over Magneto. Otherwise, Magneto wins this. So that's it, guys. Thank you all for watching my video. I have made a brief analysis on Magneto versus Dr. Polaris. Both are awesome characters. Dr. Polaris is really really cool and Magneto is really awesome. But the winner is obviously Magneto. So please do like, share and subscribe. And please be safe and stay healthy. And lastly, peace.